What's up everybody, another UFC event, another video. UFC 209, this is going to be a great event, a lot of great matchups on this card. I'm excited for this one. Man, sometimes you are watching a UFC event and there are a lot of great fights, and even like by the second or third fight on the main card you are like, man, I'm already satisfied. I already watched great fights. So let's hope this is one of these events. So without further ado, let's get down to it. Main event, Tyron Woodley versus Stephen Thompson. Man, I enjoyed the first fight. It was amazing, and as we've seen, Tyron Woodley in the first round of their first fight, he was able to catch one of the leg kicks of Stephen Thompson and bust him up, use his ground and pound, top control, and it was a dominating round for Tyron Woodley. And I remember Stephen Thompson in one of the interviews said when he went to his corner after the first fight, after the first round, he was not able to see anything. There was a lot of blood. He was busted up. And kudos for Stephen. He make adjustments. He didn't throw as many leg kicks after. He used his boxing and was able to take 3 rounds, other than the fourth, of course. In the fourth, Tyron Woodley used his speed and was able to connect like 2 really hard punches that put Stephen Thompson on Queer Street, and that was a 10-8 round, obviously, and the fight was amazing. Let's hope the second fight is gonna be as good, but I don't know, we'll see. So the second fight, I believe it's gonna depend on Tyron's game plan. If he's gonna come and implement his wrestling and depend more on his wrestling, he might be able to take Stephen Thompson down and win a unanimous decision. However, I believe he's gonna follow the same game plan as the first fight, as he found some success in the first fight. So on the other hand, Stephen Thompson mentioned he tried not to reveal his game plan for the second fight, but every now and then he'll mention something. He said, for example, he won't throw as many leg kicks, and he'll be more careful, use a lot of angles, counter striking. So I believe Stephen Thompson will do that, will use his counter striking, and will use a lot of angles, and he'll be able to win a unanimous decision. Second fight, Khabib Nurmagomedov versus Tony Ferguson. This to me, this is the main event. I'm so excited for this one. And this is when Khabib says this is like the greatest fight in the light heavyweight division. I believe so. It's really I mean, what can you say? Khabib has like a 24 fights win streak, 8 inside the octagon, and Tony Ferguson has 9 fights win streak. So it's gonna be a great fight. I believe Khabib is gonna be able to use his wrestling and top control, grappling, and win a unanimous decision. But there is still a possibility for Tony Ferguson to pull off something crazy. Tony is always dangerous. He might be able to sneak that dust choke while Khabib is trying to take him down. He might also be able to keep it standing for a little bit and use his reach and stun Khabib. But I'm gonna go for Khabib Nurmagomedov winning a unanimous decision. Next, Rashad Evans versus Dan Kelly. So to be honest, I don't know much about Dan Kelly. I checked his record. First, this guy is kind of old. He's 39, and up to this point, he didn't really fight like a top level guy, like at least what Rashad used to be. So I think Rashad and this drop down to middleweight might be really good for Rashad. So I believe Rashad is gonna come and use his wrestling and ground and pound and win by second round TKO. Next, Lando Vanara versus David Taymur. Man, Lando Vanara is a really exciting fighter. His last fight, he pulled off this wheel kick and won by KO. It was amazing. And before that, he fought Tony Ferguson on a short notice, I think 2 weeks, and he did really great in the first round. And at some point, Tony Ferguson, he stunned Tony Ferguson. He rocked him really bad. Tony was on Queer Street. And but Tony Ferguson, the great fighter he is, he was able to come back and win by submission. Part of the reason is the perseverance of Tony Ferguson, and also Lando Vanara looked really tired midway through the second round. So I believe Lando Vanara is gonna pull off another crazy win this time, maybe another wheel kick. So I'm gonna go with Lando Vanara winning a second round KO. Next fight, in the heavyweight division, Alistair Overeem versus Mark Hunt. Alistair Overeem in the last couple of years, he looked really good, aside from the loss to Stipe Miocic. He's been able, like in the last couple of years, to fight more smart, less aggressive, and use his distance. And for God's sake, he knocked out Junior Dos Santos. So in this fight, I think Alistair Overeem is gonna play it smart, use his distance, stay away from Mark Hunt's right hand, and maybe at some point he might also push Mark against the cage, use his knees, and win a unanimous decision. So that's it for I'm gonna give my predictions for the main card only. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoy this event. Thank you again for watching, and have a good one.